Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me here at the First Alert Desk. We are always happy to have you here. Quite a busy Friday. We have some stories lingering on today that we are continuing coverage on, and quite a few community events to look forward to. Atlanta News First is very busy out in the community this weekend. We had the Mayor's 5K today, we have Pride tomorrow, and we're going to be all out at Assembly Studios next week. So we have been really preparing for that, and we are just really hitting the ground running today. So we will brush up on some of those events that we have already made our way out to today. But of course, we have to talk about some of the stuff that's just taking place locally and of course nationally that is having local implications. So let's dive right into it. I want to start with what we're seeing here as it relates to the Israel war against Hamas and the groups here locally on both sides of this issue. We have seen both groups today. We have Palestinians and we have members of the Jewish community that are both holding events today for the victims. So we, of course, always want to be respectful for both groups. We are going to be speaking with many of the people that are going to be at a Palestinian rally today. They told us that they're going to be out there, and we also are going to be speaking with members of the Jewish community. So this is painful for many people in our community. We know that. And so we are doing our best to make sure that we show you what's taking place, of course, in Israel and Gaza, and just the dramatic scenes on the ground there. We know that so many people have lost their lives. This is taking place in neighborhoods just like ours. And we know that the hospitals in Gaza are overflowing with victims. And we know that, of course, President Biden has declared the support for Israel. We are also told that he spoke with Netanyahu today about the ongoing situation there. And this is an evolving situation that we are covering, and we are continuing to learn more hour by hour. But we do have our Atlanta News First reporter, Asia Wilson, working on this story today as it relates to the groups and their gatherings today for the victims on both sides of this. And we will have that in our newscast tonight at 10 and at 11. All right, so now I want to talk about another top story that happened last night and is still carrying on today. Another one we are keeping a very close eye on. Police in DeKalb County are working to track down a man who they say is accused of murder and who allegedly shot at police in Stone Mountain. So our Atlanta News First reporter Asia Wilson was also on this story last night, and I'm going to let her pick up the story from here.
Started screaming, and I was like, what is that? People were crying.
With a packed car loaded from Arkansas, Anthony West was preparing to move into his new apartment at East Point's Village, but instead ran into a crime scene.
We stopped here, and about 50 police officers shot down that way, and so we went down, tried to get into the complex. They wouldn't let us in.
DeKalb County police say around 3 p.m., sheriff deputies responded to Juliet Road looking for Demetrius Nicholas, as he was wanted for murder that happened on June 22nd. It's the same area where police say he fired at deputies when he saw their cars. One deputy was hit and has minor injuries.
He was grazed. We don't know at this time if it was the actual bullet or the glass from the suspect shooting into the vehicle of which he was driving at that time.
Jeremy Williams works at an apartment complex close to where this all unfolded.
All we saw was helicopters, fire marshals, police, everything. And it basically shut down our whole place of business. And my property manager and myself, we started locking up everything.
As multiple agencies swarmed that area, he and many others were caught in traffic as law enforcement looked for Nicholas for hours.
I just walked 2.5 miles just to try to go see my daughter today, and it's not gonna happen.
While that deputy is doing okay,
As of right now, the deputy's spirits is really high.
fear now lingering in that area
We're gonna try and test this out until we get back down the hill, and we're going back to Little Rock.
as Nicholas remains on the run.
You better get them before I do, because my daughter is concerning for the kids.
And of course, if you see the suspect, make sure that you contact investigators as soon as possible. We are keeping a close eye on this to see if he is apprehended later on this evening. And of course, if we do get information on that, we will share it with you right here and on air. All right, we'll continue to follow that story for sure because it's really close by, and, you know, just be on high alert. Always stay vigilant of your surroundings. right, let's move on to something I'm excited about. I wish I was there this morning to do this. This was the Mayor's 5K that takes place every year out at the runway at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Thousands of people show up for this event to help raise money for youth in our community to help them attend college. And thousands of dollars were raised at this event again today. And Atlanta News First was a proud sponsor of the Mayor's 5K. And we were out there. We had many of our talented anchors and meteorologists out there. We had Fred Campagna, we had Alan Devlin, and we had Bridget Spencer as well covering the event and just enjoying the event and participating. So I'll let Bridget Spencer pick it up from here.
It was a sight to see.
Yes, sir.
2,000 runners all gathered on the runway at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. This was the site of the 8th annual Mayor's 5K on the 5th runway. Runners from all backgrounds and ages coming together.
I've been doing the Peachtree for 16 years, so this was just one that I've never done.
The race offers participants a very rare chance to take a run, walk, or jog on the 5th runway, one of the flattest and fastest courses in the area. The winner, Jason Viklach.
You know, it is an easy courses. They advertise nice and flat, so, and with the cool weather that came in, you know, it felt pretty good.
Also placing first in his category was Atlanta News First's very own First Alert meteorologist, Fred Campagna.
I love to run. It's a great outlet for me. You know, it just kind of settles my mind down. It takes me away for a little bit.
All proceeds will benefit United Way of Greater Atlanta in the Mayor's Youth Scholarship Program.
When we hit 2,000 people and exceeded that goal, we knew that we were going to have enough money to do what we wanted to do to support the youth of Atlanta.
There were laughs, music, and some sweat, but every runner felt like it was worth every second of their time. Did you walk the whole way or did you run?
No, I walked.
At Hartsfield-Jackson, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
I would have been walking too. I have been walking a lot, actually. I have been walking about 5 to 7 miles a day for about 3 to 4 days out of the week. So that definitely would have been my choice of out there. I would have definitely been walking, not running. I was a Division I athlete, playing soccer all the time and having to run all the time. I just kind of want to take it slow these days, so I can relate with the mayor there. But that's not the only fun event that we are covering, that we're participating in as a station, which is so exciting. We love getting out in the community and talking with you guys, being a part of the things that are going on, the events that are going on. And tomorrow we have the Pride Parade, and I am so excited. I'm going to be in the parade with my colleagues. We have our own float. This is our second year doing it. We are another proud sponsor of the Pride Parade, and we're going to be airing the Pride Parade on Peachtree TV from noon to 4 p.m. There are festivities already happening today in town that we have our Joshua Skinner out at today. So look for that on our air tonight, and as well as on our website. If you want to participate, I mean, all you have to do is just really go down to Midtown. You're going to find something fun to get into. This is one of my favorite parts of the year. In October, not only do we have Halloween, we have the 5K for the mayor's race, but we also have the Pride Parade, which is so fun. And if you were out at the Pride Parade last year, you remember it got very eventful. A car caught on fire, which was wild. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but that did bring the parade to a halt. So hopefully this year, nothing like that happens, and we can just have a great time out there. It did not dwindle the excitement at all. Everyone was so happy just to be out there and be proud and just really bring a light to equality. So it's one of my favorite times of the year. If you just are considering whether or not you should go, let me tell you why you should. It's really just a day where everyone is celebrating love, celebrating their truth, celebrating being together, and being equal. And that's something that is just really great to be around, because you can be happy with everyone, and seeing so many people happy like that, it's definitely going to rub off on you. So hopefully we see you out there. And if you do see the Atlanta News First team, stop, say hi. We love mingling with you guys and maybe get a selfie or two. So we will look for you guys out there, and we will hopefully see you on air tonight at 10 and 11 o'clock here at Atlanta News First. So thank you so much for joining me here for this quick update on the First Alert Desk, and we will have another update later on this evening around 8 p.m. And if we get any new information on any other stories that we were talking about tonight here on the First Alert Desk, you will hear about it in our newscast. All right, have a great day.